Okay, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Time for One Piece. This was it's a pretty good chapter, give or take. Basically we had some interesting thing happens. We had a good setup at the end, honestly. And this was chapter 752. What's this called? I forgot what it was called. Oh, Palm. So we get doflamingo attacking them and saying him like a few words about Luffy, saying, "Oh, he's the best, of the War of the Best and everything," and saying like, "Who would have thought he was such an idiot?" And he's like, you know, he brings up Law. Now this isn't Doflamingo. This is his clone. And it brings up Law. He's talking to him, saying, "Oh, how, you know, back when he was younger, he was a kid. He was, he had no fear and everything." And he's like, "I was saved by my brother." He says, Korosan, and saying, "A coward, and how are you gonna? Well, then you'll die a coward's death, pretty much." And that's when those two assassins show up and attack him. And we find out that is not Doflamingo. It's a clone. It's the threads coming loose and shit. And here's the thing. We find later on that clone was going to give Law something. Because later on you see Doflamingo, and he has the key to Law's handcuffs. I'm like, so, here's the thing. I mean, Doflamingo is an evil bastard. Let's be perfectly honest. What he's done to this country, what he intended to do, what he's doing at the moment, he's an evil son of a bitch. But he actually has reservations. I think that's a perfect word to say, reservations, about killing Law. Because it would be a shame. And then basically it dissolves and so on and so forth. And then basically saying, "Let's get the hell out of here." And then that was just a clone. That was just, that was a thread puppet. That was a clone after all. That wasn't really Doflamingo. Now, and we also find out Kelly Funk duped them. And Doflamingo showed up and attacked Kelly Funk, so he apparently was gonna, attack Straw Hat against Kelly. And basically they're saying that, and then the rest of the chapter is pretty much everything. It's like, in some way I found it very chaotic. Like, we go to here, we go to there, we go to here, we go to there, we go to Zoro, we go to... It's like nonstop. We also get Bartolomeu and Rebecca. They're using those beetles. Those beetles are like... They're flying down. They're like floating with the beetles. So, that's basically happening there. And we get to the second level of Coliseum Army side. And we have Luffy just smashing through the ground from underneath. The elephant gun. And they basically get out of the trap. They created their own, I guess you could say, shortcut. And saying, "Bingo, I'm out." And he's basically saying, "Bingo, I'm coming after you, bastard." And then we go to Rebecca, Robin, and Ptolemy. And they're basically being told by Leo that they're going to use the beetles to go down. But the beetles are really small, so they basically are holding onto these things, and they're like floating down, like almost like a parachute kind of thing. And so they can go to the fourth level, and they can meet up with Luffy and Law to get the key and stuff. So they feel like a balloon, and it was kind of a funny part. And then we go from that to Frankie and the and Zorro, and we just have like a it's kind of confusing. I'm still giving it a 4 out of 5 though. Like that one page was weird. We got Frankie, we got Zorro, we got Sabo. I'm like, is this what we're doing, Oda? I mean, but still, it was still good. So we go from that, and we got Luffy and everybody ready to go after him, and that's when we get Doflamingo, and I think it's not Pika, Trouble. He's asking where'd you send that Thread Joker off to? I had something I needed to deliver, but it looks like I won't be able to accomplish the job. He says, you two do remember the first day we met Law. He was freaking crazy. His eyes had the crazy in him. He resembled the young me. I had a feeling in just 10 years he would be my right-hand man. That I have to kill him today with my own hands is such a shame. Now we get a slight flashback towards the end of this chapter where it's Law as a child. Now, think about that. The fact that Doflamingo, who's doing all these evil deeds, he has these reservations about Law. He was going to send that clone to give the key to unlock Law. Wow. So, basically, we get the flashback and it says, intruder, don't let him, he's got bombs wrapped to himself. And I can't wait to see this. Unfortunately, we're not getting it next week. This is going to be on a break. You know what I have to say about that? I personally think this is what should happen to all mangakas who are feeling ill. They take 3 weeks off. That's what they should do. I'm telling you right now. But anyway, we have, Law as a kid. He's asking to join his pirate crew. I believe is Doflamingo or Corazon. It's like, what the hell is this? Who just went this run in? And he says, this kid Law is saying, I must destroy everything I lay eyes on. My town, my house, my humans. I want to destroy it all. I was raised in the White City. I don't have much longer to live. Now we just get a little pic with, Doflamingo and Law. This is exactly what hides in Law's past. And this will be on hiatus when we resume in issue 34. Now, that really surprised me. And I'm like, interesting. It intrigues me because, what happened with Law in the past? And what happened with Doflamingo in the past? And their connection. This was a lot of craziness when we were going around, when this Dressrosa arc started. And we got this thing with Doflamingo and Law and this whole thing. And I wondered to myself, now that we know that Doflamingo was trying to help Law by the cuffs, so I wonder, something must have happened because we still don't know the full details. Because we know of Corazon, which is Doflamingo's younger brother, or older brother. I believe it's younger brother. But here's the thing. Whatever happened with Law in the past, you already said he doesn't have that much longer to live. He had bombs on his... as a kid, bombs and shit. Grenades. I'm like, holy shit, what is this guy? What I saw, what I felt like, you know what I knew what came to my mind? Terrorism. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. Terrorism. Wow. Terrorism in One Piece? it just felt like it, because it just, and you see Law's eyes, oh man, it was dark and shit. Now I know why, to a certain extent. And once we get this flashback in 2 weeks, I think we're going to get further in on this. And those two things, laws passed, and Doflamingo actually having reservations has got me thinking. Interesting. Very interesting. He really considers law an important fabric to him, Doflamingo. So, this really I thought that was really impressive. 4 out of 5. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This should be interesting. Unfortunately, we're not going to get it next week. Next week, I promise I will do Toriko live stream. I promise. What I'll do is I'll do a double take. I'll do a regular video Toriko live reaction, and I'll do a live stream live reaction. So you get 2. You'll get one Tuesday, and you'll get one Wednesday. Everyone's happy. So yeah, that's the story, people. Bankai 922. No real videos left. I might be doing this review on this manga that Nezuma told me about to get him in agent. And I'm also going to try to that manga roulette thing. We'll see how it goes down. I'm Bankai 922. I will see you guys later. Law looked, those eyes, the child's eyes of Laws. As a child, that was creepy. That was, ooh, bombs and shit. Ooh, that is insane. I want to know the truth. I want to know. That's going to be awesome. I'll see you guys later. Peace.